Cooking Everything Outdoors show. I hope you try this at home. Don, from the prototype to the finished product, you've already made some changes. Tell me about the changes you made on the back end here.
The back door, we made it much more simple to open and close. Feedback through the website, there were some comments. We invite comments on the barbecue, and this was one of them. And we said, you know what, that's a great improvement, let's do it. So we went from a pin system to a latch system just to make it that much more simple.
Nice.
Ease of use.
Customer input is valued at Deep Meat Barrel. I like that. We looked at the prototype, and now we have the finished product. And just absolutely amazing, the innovations from A to Z that this product has gone through. Don, tell me about what you've done to make this so amazing.
Well, the first thing we did is again, through customer feedback, we changed how we're finishing the outside of the barrel. We started out with basic high temp engine block paint, and the process wasn't good enough to ship across country. So what we did is we said, you know what, let's go ahead and contact a company out of Tennessee that has provided us with a powder coat. It's taken it to a whole new level. It now carries 900 to 1,000 degree temp rating. We can advertise that now to saying this is what we're doing. We actually spent more money on the powder coat than any improvement that was made on the barrel because of the look, the finish, the feel, the American-made, we call it trucker tough look to it.
Paint will burn off, right?
It has a tendency to burn off.
And then you go back to the rust.
Correct.
All right, and this will not burn off.
Nope, not up to. Of course, if you use it as a fire pit, you know, it exceeds 1,000 degrees, it's gonna pop.
Nobody's going to use this beautiful
exactly
smoker barrel as a fire pit. I hope they don't.
No. So,
yeah, that's
happened.
Hey, I'm going to talk to you if you do.
Yeah.
Tell me about what else you've done.
As far as the outside goes, we added casters to it. The original concept barrel had 2 casters with bars in fixed locations. We decided, hey, let's take and add 2 more casters to allow functionality. So these side tables fold, and it actually stores in about a 30-inch square space. Now with the side tables folded. With the adding of the 4 casters, it enables you to push the barrel into the corner of your garage, into the corner of your patio. It just makes it much more mobile, easier for the person. So that's where we started. We added casters to it. We kept the same side supports for obvious reasons, just to maintain the weight capacity on the side tables. We have gone from just raw wood. We're just doing raw wood, but we've also added the sealer to it that'll help keep this wood from cracking and checking. And it's something that would be a normal maintenance thing for the owner thereafter. But it's so important for me to explain that these things are work tables. They were developed because there's actually nowhere, unless you've got tables sitting right next to you, where to put your stuff. We put anything from a remote thermometer here to prepping food.
Your gloves?
I mean, you name it. It just makes it so much more functional. The other thing we did along with that is we took the underside. We've got our tabs here that this lid rotates up and down on as far as the ventilation goes, and we added a tab to it to where we had lids falling off the sides of the barrel. And
now you got a hanger hook.
We got a hanger hook on it, and just these little things add up to make this product so much better than when it started out.
You have more ventilation on the bottom too, right?
Yeah, we've added ventilation to it. We have actually ventilation in the front and actually in the thirds of the barrel. So okay. 1/3, 1/3, 1/3. That enables the proper. Again, the math doesn't work, but for some reason it's beautiful when that meat turns out just.
And men aren't supposed to fly either, but here,
that's
look
true.
at this.
That's true. But so we did add some ventilation to it. It is a fixed intake, which enables the owner of the barrel, the user of the barrel, to not have to worry about, oh my gosh, I'm turning it this much this time and this much next. No, just let it go. The only thing you have to worry about is your ventilation. You take your temperature reading. If you're smoking, your temperature is between 200 and 225 for a slow cook, 6-hour cook. If you want to kick it up to 350, 400, you're doing an hour, hour and a half cook typically. But you maintain that through the level at which this thing is set. For the average person, that just wants a rule of thumb, you set about a 1/2 inch gap and walk away. That's it.
That's it.
Engineering's done.
All the work's done.
All the work's done. So all the fancy stuff, going from 0 to 1 inch, oh my gosh, what am I doing?
Right.
Set it to about a 1/2 inch gap and walk away. That's
amazing.
what it is.
Now, one of the things I've noticed on this is you don't use tiny little bolts to put this together. You get a package of bolts and you have to figure it out.
No.
You have some solid heavy-duty gear here.
Yeah.
This is not lightweight stuff.
No, again, it's American quality. We really want to stress that. You know, we could put, if this came from overseas, you'd probably see little tiny bolts. We're using 3/8 bolts. Is it overkill? Yes. But I tell you, it sets the look off. It sets the precedence of what we're trying to do here.
Well, I, as an owner, would feel much more confident with that, knowing that you put that much work into that.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about the inside next. Don, I really, this is feature rich on the inside of this barrel. Tell me about what you did. Walk me through the parts. Walk me through the process. What do you have going on here?
Well, we now have just working from the bottom up, we have a lower grate to where you can rest the coals on. Again, old school way of doing it is just dumping a bunch of charcoal or wood at the bottom of the barrel and letting it cook.
Right.
So what I've done is I said, you know, let's take this thing and add a grate to it. We'll set it on rocks, we'll set it on brick, we'll set it on bolts. It doesn't matter. As long as the grate's up about a couple inches, what that allows you to do is you know, for obvious reasons, the charcoal, the ash would just drop to the bottom. It keeps the bottom. The longevity of the barrel is another concern about having that off the bottom of the barrel.
And it doesn't snuff out the charcoal. The more charcoal dust on there, the cooler those briquettes get.
Correct.
So that's a good feature.
And you know, another trade secret, I guess, or a country secret that this lends itself by having that grate up off the bottom of the barrel is that a lot of guys will take and put a layer of dirt at the bottom of this, and it helps preserve the bottom of the barrel.
Right.
Last 5-10 years, it's not an issue.
With dirt or pea gravel.
Or pea gravel, yeah. Just something,
Sure.
something. But for me, I'm simple. I just clean out the ash when it's done, and just keep reloading it. But from that, we've added a grate to the bottom, so where you could set your wood or charcoal on, and from there we went to an adjustable mid grate. The catch grate that would catch the meat is now dual function, because you can raise it or lower it based on the meat you're hanging. So, for example, baby backs to the bottom.
Perfect example, right?
Yeah.
When you're hanging baby backs, you need more clearance.
More clearance.
As opposed to a tri-tip.
Correct.
Or
and
a carrot.
Yeah. And again, if you want going back to the 3-in-1, if you just want to use it as a regular grate, you know, you can raise that grate all the way to the top and just put your burgers or your meat right on a normal cooking style grate.
We're suspending that on a couple chains.
Correct.
4 chains. You got 2 on that side, and that allows us to lift it up and down. Now, show us and tell us about the innovation you've done with the hanger bars and the hanger hooks. I think that's impressive.
Well, the hanger hooks have evolved, and again, we're using stainless material on the hanger hooks. We do not want to use anything less than stainless, just for food safety reasons. The hooks have developed into a little bit different shape to allow it to basically stay on the bar a little easier, and it's just safer.
Okay.
So
no more coat hangers.
No more coat hangers.
Stainless hooks. The bar eliminated the rebar, and you have just this regular cold steel.
Cold steel.
And they suspend on brackets you've mounted inside the barrel.
Correct. Okay. Yeah. And one of the beauties of this system is that, take for example, you have a tray full of meat here, and each one of those, the tri-tip, let's take for example, you've got them all hooked, and what I normally do is I'll take this bar and run it right through all 5, 6, 7 of them, and just drop it right in place, instead of individually hanging each one.
Each one.
Yeah, it's just a little tip and trick to, if you're cooking for a larger group, it's, you know, just less work for the user. Right.
Now let's talk about that. We have 3 bars. It comes with 6 hooks.
Yes.
Extra hooks are available.
Correct.
Okay. How many 3-pound tri-tips can I get in this bad boy?
About 20.
Really?
Yeah. You can cook for 2 or 200.
2 or 200 in one 30-inch profile.
Yep.
That's amazing. We're going to put one together next. We show you step by step how we do it. I hope you enjoy that. Don, I bought a barbecue grill not too long ago, and it took me a couple hours to put it together. When my D meat barrel shows up, how long is it going to take me to put that together?
I would guess about 30 minutes max.
About 30 minutes. What do I have to put together in this thing?
Simply, it comes with your, you have your hooks, of course, is separate. You got a couple box wrenches, sockets. If you have a standard set, you've got, this is a standard issue set right here. It comes with the bolts for the upper part of the assembly of these.
The shelves.
The shelves, correct. 4 bolts there, 4 lowers. It comes with the sign, the nuts for the sign, the cotter pins
For the shelves.
For the shelves, exactly. Thermostat and the grate. This is the catch grate that's adjustable.
And also the hang bars.
And the hang bars, correct.
You have to provide the tools.
Correct.
Right? So we're talking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 things we have to put together. That's it?
That's it.
Let's do it. Don, that took you 10 minutes, not 30 minutes. You were sandbagging.
I was.
This is incredibly easy. So basically all I have to do now is put my coals in it and I can start cooking.
That's it.
That's it. That's amazing. All right, I want to order one of these. Where do I go to order it?
www.d-meatbarrel.com.
Simple as that.
Simple as that. Or there's an 800 number there if you feel more comfortable calling in on the 800 number.
And what's the 800 number? Stumped you.
Stump me.
Go to the website. We'll have the 800 number there for you on the video. This is Gary House, the Outdoor Cook, Cooking Everything Outdoors show. Don DeGraff from the D Meat Barrel.
Thank you, Gary.
This has been a pleasure. I cannot wait to start cooking on this.
Really appreciate you having me.
Absolutely. When I order this, can I get it in candy apple red with flames?
Well, we'll work on that.
We'll work on it. Okay. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.